You know, this book, Justice Imperative, is a very, very important book in my view. First of all, it's easy to read because it does myth versus fact. And that's important because you can take a look at it and you look at the myth and sometimes you say, well, yeah, that's what I think it is happening. Then you look at the facts and you say, that's not really what's happening. And then you start to read the contents of the book. I have actually read this book twice, and John has given me, I don't know, 30 or 40 of these in my office. I think I only have 2 left. And every legislator that comes in, Republican or Democrat, whatever we're talking about, and Representative Gonzalez can tell you I've done this to her, that I've said, have you read this book? And they say, we start talking about the issue, and I pique their interest, and I said, look, take this book and read it. I know it takes time, but read the myth versus fact. And when you look at that, you'll be able to tell where we're going wrong.
I was a little embarrassed as the co-chair of the Judiciary Committee to be informed. Like Senator Fasono, I have multiple copies of the book, and to be informed that we have in this country the highest rate of incarceration. That's a little bit eye-opening and somewhat embarrassing to me. I guess I'm feeling very vindicated, validated, and reinforced as the Malta initiative comes to the fore, and Vera Institute, and concepts like justice reinvestment and the justice imperative.
My name's Scott Semple, and I'm bold. I'm a newly appointed commissioner, and I had the privilege of meeting many legislators as I've gone through the nomination process, and I do recall a meeting with Senator Fasono, and his first remarks to me, have you read the book? And thank God I did. I only have 2 copies. I have one in my office and one at home. I've got some the advantage for me is that I have my own current reference guide that could guide me and assist me in the direction that we're taking the agency as it pertains to reentry and lowering the recidivism rate, which is really the benchmark that we're all judged on. But as I tell my staff, it's a complicated process, and stop worrying about the recidivism rate and start worrying about the things that impact the recidivism rate, and this book does that for us.
I got an invitation to go down to the library to hear about this book called The Justice Imperative. And I'll be totally honest with you. I went there, I purchased the book, I saw the presentation, and I wasn't impressed. I wasn't. And I took the book with me for about 2 or 3 weeks, didn't pick it up, didn't read it at all. I went on a trip to Taiwan. I said, well, let me give it a chance to read the book. I read the book on the way to Taiwan, okay? I read it in 2 days. And like I was in college, I marked my book up with all kind of highlights, comments. I mean, it felt like we were having a conversation with each other. The things that were in this book, how impactful it was. So now I'm saying this is the most important book in Connecticut. If you really want to get at mass incarceration, if you really want to get up, the most part is answers to the problems. They didn't just talk about it, they gave you solutions in this book that if we follow, we can get there. It's all spelled out. There's nothing else we need to talk about. We need to do what this book says.
And most important of all, I want to thank the Malta Initiative to bring to bear that this is an issue that affects all of us, and to have such a diverse panel to address this issue, to recognize that this is a positive step forward for everyone in Connecticut. So thank you.